Before heading to the video, if you haven't subscribed the channel, do subscribe it and don't forget to click the bell icon for the latest update notification. If you like the video, do like, comment and share. Stay tuned with learnbay.co. Happy learning!
Again, very interesting and important topic coming up, which is known as indexes. Now, what do you mean by index? What is index? Uh,
Serial number.
Serial number, correct. The first, the first page of the book. In the first page of the book, what do we have?
Index.
Index. We have the index in the first page of the book. In the first page, we have index like, if suppose I have given you a book of SQL and say it is a 400 pages book and I ask you to read the topic called joins, what will you do? How you will read it?
Refer the index first.
Yes, you will refer the index first. You will search for the topic where the respective topic is, go to that respective page and then read the topic. So I've just so for this indexes, similar sort of indexes are available in SQL as well. So I'm trying to give you the visual example of that. Now here when we are talking about the index, okay, tell me one thing, where the data is stored. You are in creating tables, you are inserting data. Where is that data stored? Hmm?
Database.
Database. Where does the database exist?
In the SQL folder.
Where that folder exists?
RDB.
In the RDBMS. Where does RDBMS exist? Where is everything stored in your computer?
RAM.
R- Not RAM, hard drive. Everything which is there in your computer, where it is? It is in your hard disk, hard drive. Yes or
No.
no? Yeah. Agree?
Yes.
Everything is stored in the hard drive. Now, so in this a figure which I have created in front of you, I am trying to just show you the hard drive. So just consider this to be the hard disk. This is the hard disk of your computer. So what is actually happening when you are inserting any record? If you are inserting a record of an employee, it is actually in, it is going to the table, database or whatever. But finally, if we talk in a physical terms, we are going bit inside that system. So in a physical terms, the data is stored in the hard drive. Okay. Now in the hard drive, suppose this is the hard drive, these are the various locations in the hard drive. So every location has a number. That is, or I should not a number, I should say it as address. So every location has an address. So suppose that is the alphanumeric number. So but I have here, I have represented it as 1234. So suppose this is a particular space in the hard drive and the address of this space is 1. Similarly, this space, the address is 13 and so on. Is this point clear? Now, when the data
Yes,
is
sir.
stored in your hard drive, when the data is stored in your hard drive, it is not like that the entire table or entire data is stored in one place. You are creating a table saying containing 1, 2, 10 or thousands of records. It is not stored everything in the one particular address. In the hard drive, it is lying in a distributed manner. Some data is lying over here, here, here and there. The data will be stored. So basically this data is divided into a small pieces, and these pieces are known as bit files. These are known as bit files. Okay, these are known as bit files. So bit files, how the actually what is there inside the computer? The computer only understand binary language, that is the language of 0 and 1. That is the language of 0 and 1. So the entire data is divided into a small parts, which is known as the binary file, which actually contains the binary data. Now this data is stored in a various places. So you can say if you have inserted few records into the table, they will be stored at a multiple places in the hard drive. Is this clear at till this point? I'm trying to reveal a very important concept. So do let me know, are you with me or not? Hello? Yes? No?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
You are getting this point?
Can you please repeat?
What? What should I repeat? From where should I repeat?
After this,
Okay. So let me quickly repeat the thing. I am saying that the data is actually stored in the hard disk. Yes? Now,
yes.
Yes, sir.
so the data is stored in the hard drive, but it is not the case that if your table is there, so entire table is kept as a one place. The entire data is divided into a small parts, and that parts are known as bit files. And these bit files is distributed among various at the various places. Okay. Now, example. Suppose at the address number 1, I'm just putting it to give it a visual view. So do not get confused. At address number 1, there is an information of Delhi employee. At number 2, there is an information of Gurgaon employee. Number 3, again I have a Delhi over here. Then I have a Noida at number 5. Then I have Faridabad. Then again I have Delhi. Then I have Noida. Then here I have Gurgaon, Noida. Then we have say Delhi. See, let's take Dehradun. Dehradun. We have suppose Delhi, Gurgaon, Gurgaon. Let's take Delhi, Noida, and so on. Right? So you can see this is how the data is distributed. Now consider that you write a query, that is select star from EMP where city is equal to Delhi. Now how SQL will work? Now SQL will search for this data. So the SQL will start searching from the first address, and it will go to every address. It will check, okay, address number 1, Delhi is there. Yes, it will take it. 2, it is not there. 3, yes, it is Delhi. It will take it. Then again 4, 5, 6, so on. It will go on the 9th place. It will again get the Delhi. It will take it, and further it will keep on moving and picking up the places where it is getting the Delhi, and till the end of the space. And then it will give us the list. Okay. So it is knocking at each and every door and checking for the whether the value of Delhi is there or not. This was the one way. Now another way which SQL can done is now SQL has created a list over here. Right now SQL has created a list, a sort of a lookup table, you can say. You can call it as lookup table. Now what SQL will do, now you have executed a command. Now you have executed a command that select star from EMP where city is equal to Delhi. Now what SQL will do, SQL will not go to each and every address. It will simply go to its lookup table. it will simply go to its lookup table and it will check whether at what all addresses the Delhi address. Okay, say 1, 3, 9, and so on. So it has got the addresses where the Delhi exists. Now it will directly go to these respective addresses, take up the information and give it to us. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. So these lookup tables are known as indexes. Now, coming back to the PPT. So what is an index? So indexes are the special lookup tables that database search engine can use to speed up the data retrieval. So do you agree that it will be much more convenient for the SQL to search the data in that manner?
Yes.
Right? So obviously it will speed up the data retrieval. Correct? Now, we will be implementing this index right now. We will be creating the index, but you will not be able to see the impact of it, because let me give you an example. If I write over here, select star from EMP, where city equals Delhi. Execute. Now see how much time it has taken. Fraction of seconds, right? It has actually taken the fraction of seconds to give this output, because the data is very small. We have around 50-60 records into our table. Yes or no? So the impact of
Yes, sir.
indexes will be visible when we have a huge amount of data. So when we have, say, few thousands of record, does not make any difference for SQL. That is not much data. Now you think of the example like Amazon, where there is a huge data, and once you write on the website, you search for a particular product, and within few seconds you get the output. And where is that data? The data is in the database. So if you think, can you think without indexing, retrieving that data? It will be very troublesome. It may be very time consuming activity. So let me create an index over here. So let me create the index. Create index name and sorry, create index name on. Now tell me which, so this is the table on which I want to create the index. Tell me which will be the field on which you will be creating the index. Employee ID. Okay. Any other suggestions? One is employee ID. Anything else, or all feel that it should be done on employee ID? Everybody feels it should be on employee ID? No response. Okay. Address. Huh? Somebody said city.
T.
Why city? Why not employee ID?
Because there are number
If
of
someone wants to search
also
out based on city, they
we
can
can
easily find out.
Okay.
group it once and we can easily retrieve.
Sorry, please repeat.
We can group all the list together and retrieve it easily. The
No,
processing
it is
time will be
nothing. No,
less.
no, no, no. No, it's nothing related to grouping over here. Not at all. Okay. So, and most of the people said employee ID. Why do you think that it should be on employee ID?
Because it uniquely identifies records.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they will having unique index for all the
Good.
employees.
Good. Very good. Right. So, assuming that we are executing this query, that is select staff from EMP where city is equal to Delhi. So we are retrieving the data on the basis of city. So first of all, please make sure that there is nothing known as that there is no compulsion that we need to put the, it is again one, that we need to put employee ID is unique. Okay, somebody said that employee ID is unique. No, never. It is not a case that we need to put an index on the unique field. We can put an index on almost every field on the table. There is no restriction on it. Okay. So, but in this scenario, we have to put a index on the city because we are retrieving the data on the city, on the basis of city. So create index name on table name. Sorry. Sorry. What happened? IND1. Okay. Say IND underscore CT. So create index. It is the name of the index IND underscore CT1. I have given the index and this on table name within the bracket the field on which I want to create an index. So it says command completed successfully. That means the indexing has been done. Now if I execute the command select star from EMP where city is equal to Delhi, again I got the output within a fraction of second. So I will not be able to see the impact of it. Okay. Because the data is less. But now the SQL has this. The SQL, by giving the command create index name on EMP within the bracket city, the SQL has created this lookup table. This is what has been done. Okay. And if you want to drop an index, you can also drop an index. Drop index IND underscore CT1. Drop index name on table name. So the index will be dropped.
Rajiv, so does it mean that we select our index as per the operation we want to do?
What operation? Operation means the
Like
select
here we
statement.
are, here we are here we're taking out the data where city is equal to Delhi.
Yes.
So this kind of output if you want.
Yes, definitely. Now, I think my next question should answer your question. Now, supposingly, I have this index and I write, select staff from EMP where address 2 is equal to Dwarka. Select star from EMP where address 2 is equal to Dwarka. Now tell me when I will be executing this command, will SQL be using the index we have just created on the name of city? Will SQL be using it?
I
No.
think no, because we have not created any index on it.
Yes, absolutely. At that point of time, this will not be used. So again, SQL will go with the traditional step, looking for the information at all the addresses and then displaying it. So the index, if you have created an index on a particular field, it will be used only when you will be retrieving the data on the basis of that field.
One question, Rajiv.
Please.
Here, Would we be able to see the index table? Can it be possible
No,
if
no,
we
no,
can
no,
see it?
no, not the index table, because that is something SQL created internally. That is
Internally,
basically
okay.
the hard disk addresses. You will not be
Okay,
able
okay.
to see the data.
Okay, the memory locations are being
Yes,
saved in a
yes, yes.
kind of
But
index.
if
Okay,
you want
got
to
it.
see if the index has been created, let me create this index once again. And this is the database test and on EMP. You can see the indexes over here. It is EIND-CT1.
Okay.
You can see over here. IND-CT1. This is the index which we have created. Okay. Now, so although we don't have to do anything over here, it is just for your reference that I have shown you this thing. Now, there is one more type of index which is known as composite index. Composite index, which is based on more than one field. For an example, let me drop this index. Let me recreate it index on comma address 2. So this particular index is based on the two fields, city as well as address. Now, when the SQL will be creating the lookup table, it will say, okay, 1 Delhi, comma, say Dwarka. Gurgaon, say, comma, DLF. And so on. Delhi, let's say, comma, Janakpuri, etc. So while making the table, the lookup table, SQL will take two things over here. Okay? Is this clear? So this type of index is known as composite index, which is being created on more than one table. Oh, sorry, more than one field. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, next.
Sorry, one question here.
Please.
So this index here should be done like, instantly, or it can be done while creating the table?
It should
for
be
all
done
fields?
For all fields. Coming to that, just hold your question. I will be answering that very soon. Okay. So there are two types of indexes. There are two types of indexes, implicit and explicit. Implicit is the one which is created automatically, and explicit are the ones which we create. Now the examples of this, the indexes which we have just created, these are the example of explicit indexes as we are creating it. Implicit index are the ones which are automatically created. Now, if they are automatically created, when are they created? So, whenever you create either primary key, whenever you create a primary key or unique, whenever you implement either primary key or unique constraint, indexing has automatically be done on that particular field. Okay, so if I show you over here, if you see, here it is, pk underscore enp, and this, so this is the name of the index which I have not created. It has been automatically created.
Rajiv,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
Can you please mute others? It's really difficult to concentrate.
Okay. Right. So now you understand this implicit index. So if you are creating a primary key, the indexing will be done on that basis. And if you are creating a unique key also, the indexing will be done on that particular basis. Okay. Right. So this is known as implicit and explicit indexing. Now again, there are two types of indexes. Clustered index and clustered and non-clustered index. Now what is the difference? Let me show you. So the this, what do you call, the indexes which we have just created, these are the part of clustered, these are the parts of non-clustered index. These are the non-clustered index. In this, the lookup table which the SQL has created, it has just noted down the address without making any changes. It has just noted down the address, that which particular information is stored at which particular address. Now supposingly if it would have been a clustered index, see what will happen in case of clustered index. If I made it a cluster index, it will be something like this. So address 1 Delhi is there, then address 2 we have Delhi, and this we have Delhi, then supposingly we have Noida. Okay, we want to have that Faridabad. Let me put Noida over here. Let me take Delhi over here and say Noida over here, and this Noida will be over here. This Delhi will be over here. Then we have a Gurgaon. Come over here. Gurgaon will come over here. Say Faridabad will be over here, and Dehradun will be over. So this. Now what is your observation in this? What I have done? Observation. Come on, quickly tell. What have you observed?
Clustered
All
values
are
as
grouped
a
together
group.
like similar cities.
It has, you can also say like that, it has been grouped together. Or in to be in a broader level, I can say that the location of the data has been changed. So the data, suppose which was stored which was initially as 29th address, it has moved to the second address. So physical location of the data has been changed in case of non-clustered, sorry, in case of clustered index. Clear? Now let's try to create a clustered index. So I will create a clustered index and let's try to make it on the city. So I simply say create clustered index. I just need to use the word clustered and see what happens when I execute it. It gives me an error saying cannot create more than one clustered index. We can have only one clustered index. Now, but we have not created any clustered index. We are creating the clustered index first time. Yes. So as I told you about implicit and explicit indexes, and I told you that in case of primary key, the indexing will be done, and that indexing will be a clustered index. So if you notice over here, you just see the name of the indexes I have done. Non-clustered, non-clustered. Can you see non-clustered? And in this, the primary key, it is coming as clustered index. Yeah. So this becomes a clustered index.
But how is that clustered? Anyway, all are different, right? The indexes.
No, all are let me give you one example. Suppose uh, suppose you are taking an interview and 10 candidates are in front of you. 10 candidates are in front of you for an interview. Okay? You ask them to stand according to their height. Now, all these candidates are standing according to their height. Now, you ask them to stand according to their experience. Now, when they will be standing according to their experience, will their sequence of height remains same or will it be changed?
Changed.
Changed. That means either they can stand, they can be arranged only on the basis of one thing. Either the, what do you call, either the height or the experience. That is the clustering. Clustering can be done only on the basis of one field. Are you able to relate? If you will try to do the clustering on another field, the initial arrangement will be spoiled. Okay, so that's why SQL does not allow us to do the clustered indexing on more than one field. Logically, it cannot happen. So if you want to do a clustered index on particular field, you need to remove the one which has been done initially. So you can drop that index and do it later. And by default, whenever you will make a primary key, the clustering index will be done on that particular basis. Am I clear?
Yeah, but one question, like what is the advantage of indexing? Like anyway, without indexing also we are able to retrieve the data.
Definitely you will be able to. That's what I said. Now you just look at the figure I have created, the green box. Right now, wait. Let me try to quote an example over here. Okay, suppose in our office, in my office, there are 20 cabins. Okay, there are 20 cabins, and I called my office boy and I have given him some stuff, few papers, few letters. Okay, I have given him few letters and asked him to go and give this letter to all the managers. But he is not aware that in which particular cabin the manager is sitting. So what he will be doing, he will be going to all the 20 cabins and looking for the managers. And wherever he will find that manager, he will pass on my message to the manager. On the other hand, my office boy has become smarter. He has made a list that in which particular cabin, which particular designation person is sitting, whether he's a manager, assistant manager, or whatever. So now when I ask him to give my message to the managers, he will just take out his list. He will say, okay, in the cabin number 5, 7, and 9, we have the managers. He will directly go to the manager and convey my message to them. So what do you think? Which one is better, the first one or the second one?
Okay, second one. So the computation time will be less.
Obviously, yes.
Okay.
So the list which my office boy has created, that list is known as index. I hope it is very clear now.
Okay, so if whenever we create a table and we give a primary key, automatically an index index is created. So
absolutely. And that index which has been created, it is known as implicit index because it has been created automatically. Secondly, it will be a clustered index because it has been done on the primary key.
Okay.
So if you have created the table employee, in the employee table, you have made the employee ID as the primary key. So the clustering index has already been done, and you have also made the phone number as unique. So the non-clustered index will also be present in your table. So you can have only one clustered index, but there is no limit on non-clustered index. You can do the indexing on every field of your table. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Right. Now, one question. What do you think, is clustering is indexing beneficial, yes or no? I need an answer.
Yes.
Huh?
For faster search, for better retrieval,
Yes.
less latency in retrieval of data, it's
Yes.
good to have an index.
Okay.
Like an index in a book.
Absolutely correct. I agree with you. Do you think there could be any negative of indexes?
Maybe it will require a space.
Space, not much.
In the database.
No, it's not much. It's very little, so it could be negligible. It's not a concern in that case. Now see, indexes speed up the speed up the data retrieval. However, it slows down the data manipulation. It slows down the data manipulation. So you have to be very careful while implementing this indexes. You have to think whether it is actually required or not. Clear? Now, how does it slows down the data retrieval? Oh, sorry, data manipulation. Let me give you an example. Okay, now suppose I have written a statement, insert into ENP values this, and suppose I have inserted a detail of Delhi employee. Now initially what will happen, that particular data will go to my hard disk and it will be saved at some location. Suppose over here, that particular data has been stored at that location. Okay, now initially the chapter was over there, that okay, the data has been saved, but now the SQL has an additional task. Now whenever the data is stored, the SQL will also need to update its index, the lookup table. So it will also make an entry over here that at address number 19 we have the information of Delhi. Right? Now you said delete from EMP where EID is equal to 1001. Suppose this is the employee ID you want to delete. Now assuming that employee is from, say, Faridabad, or let's say that person is from Gurgaon, and his information is saved at the address number 21. So this is assuming that this is the details of the employee E1001. So initially what will happen? It will simply delete this and the story is done. However, now the SQL has to do an additional task to go to the respective address and delete the information from there as well. Okay. Second, now if you will say that update EMP set set city is equal to Gurgaon where employee ID is equal to 005 E005. So assuming that particular information is saved at this particular location over here, so what it will do, it will delete it from here and update it as, say, suppose Gurgaon, but the task is not completed over here as there is an indexing. So the SQL will also go to this particular place and make the entry in this also, like this. Okay, is this clear? Yes, no, maybe. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you got the
Yes.
concept?
Like it has to work on two places while
Yes.
manipulating the data, right?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the disadvantage.
Yes.
So can you please repeat this concept?
Yeah, the concept is very simple. The concept is very simple. The simple concept is that in case of indexes, now SQL has an additional task of maintaining the data, maintaining its lookup table, the index as well. So whenever there is any changes done to the data, an entry has to be made in the table as well. Example, again, I will compare it with the example my office boy. So where he has maintained the list of all the people who are there in the various cabins according to their designation. Now, supposingly that the employee from the cabin number 3 has moved to cabin number 10, right? So initially the office boy just have to help the person to move from cabin number 3 to 10, but now apart from that task, he has an additional task to update in his list that the person sitting at the 3 in the cabin number 3 has been moved to cabin number 10. Suppose a person in the cabin number 5, he left the company, is no more with the company, is not sitting over there. So again, the office boy has to make the changes to his list. Now 5th, there is no one sitting in the 5th place. Okay. So with the help of any changes happening in any of the cabin, the office boy has to maintain a list. So it's an additional responsibility given to the say. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So moreover, think if it is if it have been a clustered index. So every time there is a change, the entire list has to be updated, reorder, rearrange. So
Yes,
that's
sir,
why
got it.
it is always said that you have to be very careful by while implementing the indexes, and implement it very carefully. Is this
Yes,
clear?
sir, got it. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. Most welcome. Let's go to the indexes once again. Okay. Now, one very important point to remember about indexes, whenever you are, suppose you have, let me give you one example over here. Suppose this is the table we have, and this is the employee ID. Okay. Now, this is your table. Remember, I'm saying this is your table. And I have created a clustered index on the employee ID. I have created a clustered index on the employee ID. Will it impact my table, yes or no? Will it impact my table, yes or no? Or let me give you one more easy example. I think here you will be able to relate more easily. Suppose this is the data in your table on the city. Now you created a clustered index on city. What do you think? Will it have any impact on the data in your table? Yes or no? Please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So anyone thinks that there will be no impact on it? Anybody thinks that there will be no impact, or everybody are on the same page? Yes, there will be impact on the data in the table. I repeat, there be an impact on the data in the table? Yes, no? So can I take your answer, group answer as yes? Yes. Yes.
So
Okay.
the data will not change, only the addresses will change. So in
So
that case, there won't be impact on data, only the addresses will change.
okay.
Sorry,
May
I
I?
didn't understand the question. You mean when we do cluster indexing on the employee ID?
Yeah. Let's take the city example. That will be more simpler. So if we do the cluster indexing on the city, then
Cluster indexing on city is possible, right? But when it's on the employee ID, since everything is unique, so it doesn't make sense, right? For
no,
clustering.
it very much make a sense. Uh, that's why I expected that you may get confused. That's why I have removed that example. I can talk about that as well. But first of all, I will like to get an answer for this. What do you think that if I would do a cluster indexing on the city, there will or there will not be any changes in the data? So most of the people says that there is no, there will be the changes in the table. And one person, may I know your name, who said no?
Sharvari Kulkarni.
Okay, Sharvari. Right, Sharvari. So you said that there won't be any changes in the data, correct?
Yeah.
See, everybody is saying that there will be changes. You are the only one who is saying that there won't be any changes. So what do you say?
I might be wrong in that case.
You might be wrong.
Yes,
Okay.
but whatever I feel is addresses are going to change, but the data will remain same.
Hmm. So you still remain with your answer, that is no.
Yes.
Huh? Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
I have you seen that Kaun Banega Crorepati? Have you seen that scene? Yes or
Yes,
no,
sir.
Shirvani?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So you are aware of that thing that the audience can also be wrong. So you don't want to change your option with the audience, huh?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, but I must say, Sharvari, that your answer is
Right.
right. It is right, absolutely right, and you got exactly what I was looking forward to you. See, that is what I am saying, that it can never change the data in the table. What all is happening, the entire concept of indexes is totally inside the system. It is all the manipulation which is going on inside the hard drive. It can never impact your data, whether it will be cluster indexing or whatever. There will be no impact on the data on the in the table. It is entirely inside the hard disk. When the data is distributed, how the data has should be arranged inside the system. So good job, Sharvari. Nice.
Thank you,
Most welcome. If it have been offline class, I would definitely offer you a chocolate for this.
sir. Thank you so much. I received it.
Thank you. Great. Okay. So I hope it is clear to everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have one question. Yeah, when it comes to employee ID, I
Okay.
mean, when you do cluster indexing, yeah, on
Yes.
the employee ID, how it works? Because all of them are like, unique, right? Each ID.
That's what I was trying to explain. It's totally immaterial on this data. Whatever data is over here, it will have no impact on it. See, because inside the already all the data is in a binary format. So it is just the arrangement of the data, how in which way it should be arranged. So whatever, whether it is unique, whether it is duplicate, it will not make any impact. It is only the inside arrangement of the data. Is it clear?
No, my question is like, I mean, on employee IDs, like, cluster indexing is okay, but cluster indexing?
That's what I am saying. The cluster indexing is, let me give you the example once again. So, okay, you might be getting confused. So you have said the cluster Delhi, it is going on like that. So it is putting, if it is not Delhi, then it is Gurgaon, and then it is putting in a particular manner only. It is just a, you can say, forget about what the data is. Just say in the clustered indexing, the address will change. Simple. The physical location will be changed. The example which I have given you, I have just tried to show you that how the address is. Something from here went to over here, and from here it went to over here. Do not say, okay, it will be arranged. Do not take it like a sort of a grouping. For the understanding point of view, I have used the word grouping, but it is nothing like a grouping. So you can simply say that the physical, or let me take quick one more example. Let me take a small box from here. And let me put it over here. Okay. And oops. Let me make it like this. Okay. So supposingly these are the addresses. I have some information, say, over here. Then I have the information over here. Then I have something over here. Then I have something over here. And something over, say, over here. Now I did a clustered indexing. So what will happen in this case? The data will be arranged. The physical location is getting changed. So whatever the spaces were empty and all, so it has been arranged in the proper manner, which was just lying scattered here and there. It has been arranged in a proper manner. Just like in your bookshelf, so many books are lying here and there. You have put it in a proper manner. That's it. Am I able to answer your question to a certain extent? Yes, no? Hello?
Yeah, but that, like, the order, like, so it, I mean, based on what order, like, it's
again, I would say it is not, I will not talk, I will not say something about the order over here. It is not following. If you say it is arranged in a ascending manner or in a descending manner, no, it is nothing like that. It is not arranging in a ascending or a descending manner. It is just making in a proper managed way. The data which was lying here and there has been arranged. Like if something is lying vacant, some data is there, but then again there is some space, then there is, so you can say, okay, from address number 1 to address number 5 I have all the data, but initially it was lying here and there and occupying the entire area of 10. Okay. Right, so I hope you can just go through the concept once again and you will be able to get the answer. And in case if you still have the confusion, I will again try to explain the same thing. Okay?
Yeah, Rajiv, I have a question.
Please.
So the clustered indexing is done only as an implicit by the foreign key implementation, is it? Or
primary key, not foreign key.
Primary key indexing. Would we be able to do an explicit clustering?
Yes, we can do. We can do. You delete that. You drop the index which is already there and create it. Create your own clustered index.
So clustered is something like grouped, like Delhi cities. Kind of
no, see, again, right? I will not use the word grouping over here, because again it is something misleading. So it is nothing like that. I have just given you an example to show you that the physical location is getting changed. Grouping is something different.
Addressing is being changed. Okay. But clustering and unclustered, what's the
the only difference? The only difference is the location. Clustered index, the location will be changed, and non-clustered index, the location will not be changed. It is simply making a list.
Okay.
Right.
Got it. Thank you.
One more question here.
Please.
On what basis we decide when to use this indexing and when not to use? Because it slows down.
Very good question. Very good question. So see, if you think like in your data which I have in front of me, if you think that I have a frequent requirement of retrieving the data on the basis of city, okay, then the indexing should be done on city. So if you think that this is a particular base field on which I am retrieving the data too frequently, then I should do an indexing on that particular field, else not. And now you see it has been done by default on the primary key, because till now you have done so many example. In many cases we have to use like update emp set salary is sorry, update emp set city is equal to Gurgaon, where employee id is equal to 1001. So many a times we need to extract a unique record, and for which we use the primary key. Yes. So
Yes.
putting a constraint on it is putting a sorry indexing on it is a better option. That's why SQL do it by its on its own. You are totally unaware that yes, indexing is already being done on your table. So SQL is doing that by default. So it is only you have to choose. You are the right person to choose that in your data, which is the particular field on which you will be extracting the data on the most frequent basis. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
So can you please show an example of creating the clustered data?
I just do it. Okay, if you want, I can do it once again. I showed you it. Here it is. Create clustered index on this, and it gives me an error. So, okay.
So like in that table, there's already one clustered index, right? That
I
is
will just show
employee
you.
ID.
I will show that thing. Wait.
Okay.
Right. So let's go to this table. Learn tables test. Here it is. Let's go to the indexes. There is nothing over here. Right? Can you see? Notice this? There's nothing in the indexes. I will
Yes.
say it was the name is ID. Alt create test. Alter table this. Okay. Can you see the constraint? This indexing.
Yes, sir.
PKID is the name which I have given and clustered. The index has been created. Clustered index. Now create and okay. Let's start from test. Here it is. Create index IND CTY. Create index name. On.
Sir, I have a question here.
Just
May
wait
I
for a
go
minute.
ahead?
Wait for a minute. Let me finish off with this. Then I will take your question. On
Yeah.
test CITY city. Now I am putting an index which has been created. So can you see non-clustered index is appearing over here? IND city which I have created. Okay.
Yes.
And let me display the contents. No change will be over here. Now I need to say drop constraint INDCITY on test, not constraint, sorry, index. Drop index INDCTY, sorry, spelling mistake. Okay, it has been dropped. Now let me try to make it a clustered index. Clustered. I will not be able to make it. So for that, I will say drop index and explicit or it is being used for the primary. Now see, an explicitly drop index is not allowed on test.py. It has been used for the primary key constraint enforcement. So it is not allowing us to drop the clustered index on the primary key, right?
Somehow it is saying we cannot remove a primary key rule or
No,
constraint
no, if
on a
we
table,
obvious,
is it?
no, it is saying that as this particular constraint, sorry, this particular index is used for primary key, the clustered index, so it will not be able to remove it. It will not be able to remove it. To remove this, you have to remove a primary key. So if I say like this, command completed successfully. Now,
Okay.
now the index has been removed. Now you say create clustered index on this. Command completed successfully. Now we are able to create a clustered index on this. So you can say IND city clustered. Now what you were expecting, let me show you that as well. No, okay, it shouldn't be. Okay, right. So a good observation over here, we can see that the table has, there is a changes, right? We can see that it has been rearranged because we have dropped the primary key, right? Is it
Yes,
clear? As we have dropped the primary key, because primary key was stopping it to make the changes, we have dropped the primary key. That's why when we have implemented the clustered index on city, my data was rearranged. Is this clear?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So this was indexing, and which is very important. Implementing an index is a simple single line statement, but it is important from the interview point of views. And when you go appear for some examination,
Yeah, I
indexing.
have one question.
Yes, tell me.
If if we created this cluster,
Yeah.
if I want to alter the table to make to add the primary key, it is not possible now, right?
Okay, very good question. Let's try then. Nice. It has been done. Okay, it has been done. I am able to make the primary key.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
And let's see what happens now. Here it is. As you already have a clustered index, now when primary key will create a non-clustered index. SQL is very adjustable, you know. That once a SQL has said, okay, you have done my task, why should I take? I will go on with yours one. You have, by creating a clustered index, you have done the task which should be done by SQL. Yes?
Yes,
So
thank
now
you.
SQL is fine with you. Very friendly in nature, SQL. Okay. So,
Sir, I have a question here.
okay, please tell quickly so that we can proceed on with the next topic. Tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir, before we had not given any index. So when we went to that folder, there was no any index created, right?
You are
But
talking
when
about
we,
this folder? This?
yeah, perfect.
Okay.
It was empty over there, right? But
Yes.
when we see the results tab, we get indexing over there even then. So what's that? Actually?
No, if you might, because see, every time there is a changes, we need to refresh this. Either you need to
Yes,
close
sir,
and
but
reopen, huh? But
then there was no any index
when we
in
have
that
not
folder.
implemented the index,
Yeah,
okay?
right. Then how come even then also the results tab, what I mean to say is in the results tab, there should be directly ID, name and city and not the very first column which is there.
Oh, you are talking about this.
Yeah, right.
You will get it always. You will get it always if you notice whenever this is nothing related. This is a SQL number. This is serial number which SQL gives by default. So it will
Okay, that
always
means
be
it
there.
is not indexing.
No, this is not nothing index. This is not a part of a table itself. It is just a sequence number which you are getting. Row number, you can say. Row number. Right. Okay. So this was the index.